There may be something that you're doing right now that can leave you vulnerable to stalking the same way the Idaho victims were. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you how to fix it. I work in data. I talk about data privacy, security, and data governance all day long. And one of the most consistent points of weaknesses when it comes to data is your network. Well, what's a network? Essentially, it's your Wi-Fi. Kaylee's dad came out and said that the suspect had been connected to the Wi-Fi. Who's going to commit a crime and connect to the Wi-Fi while they're there? That seems foolish, especially since he put his phone in airplane mode. My hunch is their Wi-Fi was not password protected. This was a party house. People were coming and going all of the time. They probably didn't put a password on there because it was grossly inconvenient. And if they ever did have one, they probably got frustrated just having to give their password out all of the time and just turned it off. Which means one of the times that he was driving around the house, he could have very easily connected to the Wi-Fi from the street. You would be shocked what people can do just extracting an IP address and finding things out online. Which means if he had connected to the Wi-Fi before, when he walked into that house, it was a remembered device and it automatically connected because it didn't need any additional permissioning. So how do you protect your Wi-Fi? The first thing you're going to do is get a good password, not a garbage password, a good one. No mother's maiden name, nothing that's Googleable about you. Let's say your favorite movie is Step Brothers. The most legendary line is, did we just become best friends? So let's just use the word best friends, but you're going to capitalize the B and you're going to capitalize the F. Will Ferrell was born in 1967, so you're going to make the first two digits of the password 67. I know, you wanted to put that at the end, but you're not going to put it at the end because everyone puts it at the end. Remember, the bad guys aren't just guessing passwords. They have bots that are doing these. They're programs, so they're getting as much information as they can, putting it into an algorithm and seeing if they are able to find out what your password is. It's not like Boiler Room with people on computers trying to guess passwords. It's far more sophisticated. I feel like this should go without saying, but do not let this be a password that you use on any other sensitive information, because when people come to your house and you give them that password in order to utilize you don't want them to be able to access any of your other accounts. In fact, for passwords, use something like LastPass. Not only does it offer password help, but it also has a single sign-on feature, which means you basically go and you click in and it'll bring you right to that site. Significantly more secure. If you're using your internet service provider's router or modem, you can always upgrade that to your own. I use Surfboard. You can get it at Best Buy. My last recommendation is a VPN. ExpressVPN and NordVPN are both great, relatively inexpensive, and I believe they both have some different parental controls in there, which is always a nice add-in. Now, if the victims of the Idaho case had a password on their Wi-Fi, would this have been prevented? Probably not. Probably not, because data privacy and security is not a one-faceted thing. There are so many points of vulnerability when it comes to data, and data is growing so exponentially it's hard for us just to keep up. And I'm in the field, which means people not in the field, it's even harder to keep up. Data is both your greatest asset and your greatest liability. Make sure you have two-factor authentication on every one of your accounts. I know we have it on this app, it's on Google. And what that means is when you log in, it's going to send you a text and it's going to give you a code, and then you're going to enter that code so they know it's you. And then teach all of these things to your kids. We're not always going to stop bad guys, but we can slow them down.